Greetings, welcome back to our Drummond channel on Tuesday morning. It's 11 o'clock here in Hawaii, and I'm going to take a look at the NASDAQ through the eyes of our Holy Grail software, and you're going to see why we call it the Holy Grail. It's really good stuff. Just some quick down and dirty, just three sets of charts. So let's get started. I started looking at this market about 8 o'clock in the morning East Coast time, and what I'm saying up here in this little red box here is that this move down in the overnight market, it stopped at the weekly PL dot, and it's been moving higher. You see it moving higher here on the 15-minute chart. And what I'm thinking in my mind is that this is not done yet. It's, you know, the thin trading overnight pushed this market down, and we might see a retest of this weekly PL dot, and then maybe a move higher. So that's I guess the anticipation in my mind is that this movement up is probably going to peter out after the open, and I'm going to see this market move back down. This large box here on the hourly chart corresponds to all these different areas, Drummond lines, Drummond levels from the higher time periods. I've just consolidated them into the box, and also take note that there's a 5-1 down and a 5-2 down from the daily charts also contained in that box. One thing to note about this chart is this is a TradeStation version of the Holy Grail, and TradeStation and multi-charts do not really allow for the use of the candlesticks that we talked about in the Holy Grail seminar, and everything else is the same. So what we're seeing right before, an hour before the open, is, you know, this 15-minute chart pushing up strongly, got the hourly in a C wave, and I'm expecting this to run up into some of this higher time period resistance. There's the daily PL dot there. Again, the Drummond lines were up in this area for the daily chart, and then we get into weekly, daily envelope top. Now this next chart, fast forward about 2 hours, and what we see is that prices did in fact get up here to the daily PL dot. And what I've said in this little red box here is that, you know, we've got the daily PL dot and we've got the walls forming, and by walls we mean these are the oncomings that we talk about in the Holy Grail seminar. So the oncomings are starting to line up. You see that over here on the 15-minute a little bit more, and also this is the 3-minute over here on the right. In my mind, that this market has done, the move up is complete. So what we have is the price moving up into the oncoming, and it's also in zone 6 on the 15-minute chart. And then over here on the 3-minute chart, we're in a C wave, moving outside of the zone 6, and then moving in. Now we're in zone 5. Then this bar we close down, and we close down below the midpoint. So we have the midpoint shift, and this is the entry for a short position with an idea that we're going to get down and perhaps test that low from the overnight. So let me go through that just one more time. We have prices moving up into higher time period resistance. We have price locating in the area of the oncomings and zone 6 on the 15-minute chart, the 30-minute chart, and also on the hourly chart. So we're into higher time period resistance, and then we're into resistance on the 60, 15, and 3-minute charts. And then we get the spike holding on the 3-minute, price closes down below the midpoint shifts to up above the price, and this move is done. There's no guarantee that it's done, but in my, you know, this is the point where I'm ready to take some risk. So shorting this market, stop up above here, and we'll see what happens. And what comes to pass, the market moves down, it moves down towards the daily envelope bottom again. And when it gets down there, this is the hourly chart, and it's sitting on top of the 50, or I'm sorry, on the pivot line, or the center point. Get my terminology straight. So it's sitting on top of the center point, it's moved down, and over here on the 15-minute chart, you see that this wall has been forming on the 15-minute. You see this bar down into the oncoming and closes up inside the envelope. So this move to me is done, and trader would be out at this point. And you have further confirmation taking place over here on the 3-minute chart, because you have a bit of a wall forming here, but you have prices moving down and then back up off the low inside the envelope, and then the spike holding on this one and closing up above the PL dot in a 3-minute congestion. So this is the point to be out, and prices started to push back up the rest of the day. I think the market closed almost back up at even. Okay, that was the NASDAQ through the eyes of the Holy Grail software. Again, this is the TradeStation version, and a little different than what we showed in the seminar. I'll post a link to the seminar in the description of this video, and have a look. Let us know what you think. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them in the comments section, and we'll get to them. And we'll look forward to seeing you again next time.